Hey guys, so I wanted to make a video showing you the step-by-step process of what it would look like if you joined the Futures Pivot group. This would also apply if you're new to Futures Pivot and you just kind of want to know the steps that you should be taking. So this would be the first step. Going to my website, and under services is where you can sign up for the rooms. So when you click on services, you can see we have two trading rooms. We have the standard room, which is $100 a month, and then the premium room, which is also referred to as the champagne room, which is $200 a month. Both rooms you can cancel at any time. They're both just month to month. So once you click on one of these buttons, it will take you to a PayPal screen, and you can pay for the subscription. From there, I will get an email that you have paid, and at that point, I will send you an invite to Slack. This is what Slack looks like. Slack is very similar to Discord. It's a platform typically for business professionals that need to talk about different things, just an area where you can kind of collab and discuss things as a group. So this is what it will look like when you click on the link that's sent to your email, and it will invite you into Slack. You do have to create a email address. You have to, tag an email address and create a password. Then you'll get logged in, and it will look something like this. These are the channels. I have certain channels starred. These are all of the channels. So this is the alert channel. This is where I give my alerts in the standard room every morning and evening. We'll go through what it looks like in a minute. This is the champagne room where we give the alerts for the champagne room. Steve and Jason do that currently. Then we have the private chat. So you will get access to the private chat one of two ways. Either if you are a student of mine, a one-on-one or a digital student, or if you subscribe to the champagne room alerts. If you subscribe to champagne room, then you will also be in the private chat. If you're a student and you're part of the champagne room, you will definitely have access. The student corner is something I'm creating now. It hasn't been really developed yet. That will be specifically for students. We will talk more technically, sharing charts and trade ideas. And then team chat is for everyone. This is for people that are just in the standard service, but it's open to everyone else as well. So if you pay for the champagne room, you do get access to essentially everything except for the student corner. If you pay just for the standard service, you would get the alert channel and the team chat, and you wouldn't get anything else. But I like to make sure that there's a chat section for all of my members in whatever service they're in, where they can just talk freely, have some fun conversation, and then the alerts are kept clutter-free. So I want to show you kind of what that looks like. So this is what the alerts page would look like when you go on it. This is a link to Cisco WebEx, which is similar to Zoom. I use a Cisco WebEx call every session that I do. So you could get these notifications in Slack. You can turn on and off notifications for the different channels that you have access to. In this situation, you can see here it's 7:43 a.m. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I go live at 7:45 now. We decided that it was better for the group. So you would come on and you would click this link. It would then take you either on your phone or on your computer to my WebEx, my live WebEx, where I talk technically about the market and what I'm seeing that morning. I then also give a rundown of the reports that are coming out that day. This is from FX something, the economic calendar. But I pull this every morning so we can be prepared about reports that are coming out, what time they're coming out, kind of what we think might happen and what might actually affect us or not affect us. And then this is what my alerts look like. So this is the standard room. This is the basic alerts that you would get from around 7:45 to 9:15 in the morning every day. And then there's a night session every day too. So whether that's 8 to 9 p.m. or it's 2 to 3 a.m., we do that twice a week. The 8 to 9 p.m. we do 3 days a week. So it looks something like this. You can see it's 753. I took a short in the ES. I give my entry price. So this is the price that I got in. And again, I'm verbalizing all of this on the WebEx call. So if you're on the WebEx call, even if you're at work and you just kind of have a headphone in or you're listening to it while, you're taking a ride, you listen to the analysis for the day, you're able to hear everything that I'm looking at, everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm seeing. So I took short in the ES, which is the S&P 500, and this was my entry price. Then I put 2 take profits that I'm looking to get to. So I have standard brackets set up where my take profit 1 is always going to be 2 points away, whether we're going up or down for my entry price. And then my TP2 is always 5 points. And my stop loss is typically always 2 points. Sometimes I'll give it a little more room, maybe 3 points, 4 points maximum, but typically it's around 2 points. And I put that here as well. So SL stands for stop loss. Then you can see on this, so 754, we got in the trade at 753. In 1 minute, we hit our TP1, which was 2 points. I also then have a break-even offset, which I talk about on my broker video, and I go into more detail once you join the group because I have an admin named Paul who will help you, and he'll go over that where I had an offset set to 1 point. So then in this trade, 2 minutes after I entered it, I was able to gain 3 points or $150 per mini. You can see then if you scroll down here, everything is timestamped. At 7:58, I took my next trade at short ES at 34.44. This is my TP1, TP2, and my stop loss. TP1 was hit at 8:01, so 2 minutes later. And then I noted that I had my stop loss at my break-even price plus 1 point. And then I got out with 3 points. So right here by 8 a.m., 8 minutes after we started, I was already up $300 from these 2 trades. $150 right here and $150 right here. If you're trading micros, then it would be $15 because it's $5 a point. So $15 per micro that you have in that trade. Then you can see at 8:10, I took another one. Anyway, you get the idea. This went on. I took a few more trades that morning. Did well. Then we do something called levels. So these are levels given by myself that one of my moderators puts up here. So we give my levels above for the S&P 500, my levels below our current price. And then we do the same for NQ, the NASDAQ 100. So we do the levels above, levels below. And then we always note when we're going to be back next for our next live session. So that was going to be the next evening at 8 p.m. The next thing that you can find in alerts that I do every day is I post my charts. So these are posting the chart in the day, kind of what happened within that day. This was gold. This is what it looked like that day. This is the NQ, and this is ES. This is also showing the LIS that I note here. So it's considered, the LIS stands for line in the sand. And line in the sand is a technical level that I derive each day. And if you want to learn how to do that, that's part of my mentorship or my one-on-one sessions. And the way that I get that price is a little secretive, so I only teach my students. But I do give the LIS to everyone in my room. So even if you're not a student, you'll still have access to that level every day, which is a really important level. And then you can see from there, I put the link again at 7:55 p.m. when we were going live for the evening session. So, and then again, we always say when we're going to be on next, 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is what it looks like in the standard alert section. Also, if you're new to the room, I will send you something like this. Let me see if I have a new, I had a new person that just joined. Oh, right here. All right, so when somebody new joins the room, I send them a message along the lines of this. Let me make it smaller so you can see it. So it gives them links to 3 Google Drives that I created that really helps people answer any FAQs or go over all of the broker information that I think you should know. And also I note that you can reach out to Paul, who's my admin, and he is here to help everyone. So that is what that looks like. If you're part of the champagne room is a little different. It's a little more on the advanced side, I guess I would say. We don't give TP1, TP2. We have standard stop losses, and taking profit is up to you. You can see that we have several trades called out sometimes at the same time, and you have to be willing to juggle that and really kind of just focus on what your main goal is. So up here in the details section, if you click up here, you can do it on your phone or on the computer. You go under pinned, you can see really helpful information that we keep here. So these are the current contracts of the products that we trade: ES, NQ, gold, silver, and oil. And then these are our kind of how-tos or things that you should know about the champagne room. So these are our stop losses on these products that we suggest. Obviously, you can do whatever you find helpful for yourself. And we also have some information about how to manage a swing trade and how Steve manages his trades. So we found that to be helpful in the pin section. But as you can see here, the format is a little different. So today, Steve called a short in the ES at 34.89 at 8 a.m. And you can see he's simply just noting the levels as they move down. Again, taking profit is up to you, and your stop loss when you want to move it into the green or when you want to exit the trade is all on you. And then you can see Jason called a short in the NQ, and then that moved down. He also called a long in gold, which moved up, and then a short in gold. So when people say, how do we get our statistics for each day for the champagne room? It looks like this. We simply just add up. At 9:22, Jason called a long in oil, 41.21, and that went up to 36. That was 17 ticks, or $170 per contract. And his gold went all the way down to 19.11. That's actually, I wasn't in any of these this morning. Damn, that's $900 per mini on this gold trade. Today's stats are going to be fire. And then he called a short in NQ around 10 a.m. But yeah, so this is what it looks like here. Again, in these formats, there's no posting by other people. It's simply just the moderators. So you'll only see Steve or Jason posting in here. I like this because it keeps it clutter-free. It keeps it very clear. Obviously, if we have a few trades going on, we can't really do anything about that. But other than that, we really keep it clean and pretty concise on what I'm looking for and what it should look like. But again, in the private chat, anyone can kind of have conversations here. We also have an FAQ channel here, which gives more information and some of my links to YouTube. We have a questions channel where anyone can post any question they have, and either a moderator or myself will help answer them. Or other members in the room. People that have been in the room for 5-6 months are really helpful with answering questions of others, which I love. And then we have a random channel, which is really anything. So food, crypto, funny stuff, really whatever you want to post here, as long as it's not offensive, I'm cool with it. Oh, that looks so good. Doggies. Oh, that's so cute. I didn't even see that the other day. But yeah, so this is kind of, and then if you want to send a direct message to anyone in the room, you have access to do that. Slack is a really easy platform. I love that you can do threads. I'm really, really big on people keeping conversations in threads. So you can see here, there's replies. So when somebody has a question, then you can just have a thread with an answer instead of like on Discord, how you have all different replies back and forth. When you have a thread like this, you can just keep the conversation going on kind of like a side slot where you don't have to have all of those responses here. So I really, really like that. But yeah, so this is Slack, and this is where I do all of my business. And if you want to join the room, this is what it will look like. This is all of the access that you will have depending on what if you sign up for the standard room or the premium room. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I would love to answer them. If you want to join the room, my website is always linked in my bio. And yeah, let me know if you have something else you'd like me to make a video on. And if not, have a great day and talk soon. Okay, bye.